Good morning. Just on a walk to my office and was thinking about despair and what to do about that when in your trading career you've kind of hit a rock bottom emotionally, right? I've been there. I've had actually one of the best weeks ever, and I was kind of thinking about that time, and also that in the back of my mind, I'm fearful of ever feeling that again. Like, I really am scared of that because I don't ever want to go back. And so I guess there's two parts to this. One is how do you climb out of that? And the second is, how do we prevent going back to that? And so, let's first talk about climbing out of that. Well, what comes with that, is, deep depression, loss of confidence, pretty much you're just kind of feeling like, the back of the head, you can do this, but you're struggling with, why am I not getting it done? Like, why? Like, what is going wrong? What's wrong with me? And it's not an easy place to be at all, right? And so what I had to do was to take a break from trading, right? And the super important thing I had to do was build myself back up, right? I needed to get my confidence back. I needed to believe in myself again. Okay? It's so crazy important to believe in yourself. And so that's the one thing that carried me through this, these moments or these days or weeks where you're just like, you're just crazy frustrated, and you're like, how do I fix this? What do I have to do? And sometimes the thing you have to do is do less of what you really want to do, okay? Because you can't keep, you got to be willing to make changes in how you're going to trade, okay? Because whatever you've been doing in the past, the process you've been following in the past hasn't worked, okay? So you have to accept that, okay? And you got to be willing to change. So now you got to rebuild yourself up, okay? So you got to do what you love outside of trading, okay? Do what you're good at. Again, also outside of trading, okay? Do that for a week if you need to. Do it for a month. Do it for 3 months. Whatever it takes till you get to the point where you're not desperate to win on trading, okay? So because part of what happens is you get making back-itis, right? And you're like, and you come back and you're just like, I got to make this money back. I got to make it back. I got to make it back. And this is where it makes it, to me at least, nearly impossible to actually make it back. So you got to stop thinking about making it back. You just got to think about, I just got to trade properly, right? I just got to trade properly. I got to size properly. Might take me longer than I expect, but the thing is, I promise you, with that repetition, and trading properly, and that, for me at least, my gains came much faster, right? It might have taken, maybe I lost big and it took me a day to lose big. It might have taken me 2 weeks to recover that loss. But in doing it that way and trading smaller, right? Because maybe I traded too big and I took a big hit. But trading smaller, building that back up, one, it's reinforcing your ability to trade, and it is reducing the risk you take, right? So what happens is, what some people do is once they lose big, they start doubling up because they got to make it back. That just can dig a bigger hole, really deplenish your funds. Like, you don't want to go down that road, okay? So let's get back to more of what you need to do to get out of that hole of and despair and depression. Go to the gym, go exercise, go actually, if you're not working and this is like a full-time thing for you, go get a job, right? Find one that will let you trade for the 2 hours that we trade in the morning. But after that 2 hours, make sure you have something else to do, okay? Whether it's a real job that will help you, build back your funds, whether it's a job that just is something that you love, maybe you volunteer for something, but something that will take you away from trading all day, okay? And then also kind of build yourself back up, because sometimes your self-esteem gets wrecked. All kinds of bad things can happen when you're into this negative mental place. And you need to have all these things together because you got to have confidence, okay? If you want to trade well and you're going to trade well for a long period of time, you got to have that confidence in yourself, and you got to be able to prove it to yourself that you're able to trade well, okay? So don't worry about make-it-back-itis. Don't worry about making all that money back. What you just got to worry about is saying, hey, you know what? I can plan a trade, okay? And maybe paper trade it for a while, right? Because trading will always be there. I promise. Momentum will always be there. The game may change something, like, maybe stocks stop moving for a while or something like that. I don't see that happening. But I'm just saying, so what? If that does, then you've built the skills on how to trade momentum, and you'll be able to apply it to something else, okay? And so the fear and greed will always be there. And so as long as that exists, there will always be momentum in trading, okay? So the skills you're developing are gonna serve you regardless of whatever happens in any actual trading market. Sorry about the noise. Okay, so let's just summarize really quick. If you're in a bad space, go work out. Go do something you love. Build your self-esteem back up. Build your confidence up. Go take small trades, plan small trades, execute well. Prove to yourself that, hey, I'm doing well, I can do this. And you it's rinse and repeat at that point, okay? And once you're kind of back in that spot, then you start going and doing it again with real money. And you just got to keep doing the same thing, okay? And and keep believing in yourself, okay? You're in the right place to learn. You're in the right group of people, and so just have some faith in yourself, have faith in the process, and then just go get it. Like go, but you gotta stop the habits that put you into the negative place to begin with. So this is that second part I was talking about. So once you start trading well again, how do you stop yourself from going back to that negative place? And that's really gonna come down to building your discipline, okay? Being process oriented, accepting you don't need to take every trade out there, okay? Like all the folks who I've seen that have developed into amazing traders, they don't trade everything every day, all day long, okay? They look for their particular setups they're comfortable with. They execute well on those setups, size appropriately to their risk management, and then they're done, okay? The big thing that's killing a lot of traders is the over trading, the need to trade all day long. So don't do that, okay? Another thing is sizing too big, not doing proper risk management. So you gotta get disciplined, okay? Really, really disciplined, and you gotta become really accepting of whatever I did today is good enough, okay? It's good enough. Remember, 1% a day, 10x in a year. 3% a day is phenomenal in a year, right? But if you're going to keep flip-flopping to plus 3%, plus 5%, minus 10%, plus 20%, minus 40%, and you're doing some kind of crazy stuff, you're never going to get to where you want to be. Okay? I don't want that for anyone. I want you guys to achieve your dreams. And that's going to come from discipline, and it's going to come from self-acceptance. Okay? So accept that you've done well and you've done good enough, right? And then go enjoy life, right? We trade to live, not live to trade. All right? Love y'all, and see you next time.